Today I'm going to show you how I built these beehive houses. My neighbor asked me to build them. This is a finished one with the exception of needing a little bit of sanding, but it's really easy, doesn't take a lot of time. I think I knocked most of them out in about an hour's time. So here's the steps that I followed. The entire top will be made out of just reclaimed pallets with some aluminum flashing put over top, just to keep some of the snow away. So here is some pallets that I got. These are all broken down from pallets that I just bought from the local lumber yard. They were giving them away for free. I ended up just planing the face side of some of these boards. Most of these still need to be done. And then I just end up sanding them when I'm done with everything. I essentially put them flat on the side, lay them down on the sides like this, use some Type-bond wood glue with some brad nails. They hold up really sturdy and they are pretty easy to make. Okay, so essentially after having planed all the sides smooth enough, just making sure that they are clean edges, what I do is I line up the boards one by one, just making sure that they will cover the entire thing and that they are all more or less lined up. I have about, I'd say, 1/4 of an inch to just over that, overlapping on each side, just to make it look a little prettier, make it look like an actual roof. And then, since they're all lining up, we can start gluing and nailing them together. Okay, so for most of this project I have used Gorilla Glue, and it seems to work really well. I actually forgot one of the pieces outside the one evening, and it did rain on it, and there was absolutely no problem with it being held together by wood glue. So I think I added this orientation. There we go. I end up just lining it up to the front, and then we can just start driving in some nails. Making sure the other sides also line up to the top. And of course we ran out of nails, right, all over. I am using 3/8 inch nails in this, just because it doesn't shoot through so far that it actually destroys the wood and leaves me with a nice and even finish all around. first row is done. And just take the next plank, apply some wood glue. It's empty, so move over some type bond. And this is the Ultimate 3. It's waterproof, it's for exterior use, so I figured it would be a good use for these. I also make sure to get some wood glue on top here, just glue the two boards together. Since there's no real fasteners holding this together except for the nails and wood glue, I just try and make sure that everything has some glue and touches. Okay, then I squeeze the two boards together and fire some nails in. And then over to the last board on this side. All I do is I'm making sure that the edges are lined up, and that means that I can fire my nails in a line without having to worry about where they are going. And there you go. One side done. And then it's just rinse and repeat for the other side. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that this side is completely done now, and it's just over to the next side. Essentially just continuing the pattern using Type 1 Ultimate 3 because it is rated for outdoor, and just making everything work, line up. And there we go. Just putting some nails in to make sure they stay secure. There is a little bit of a bow over here, so what I'll end up doing is just squeezing them as hard as I can, getting them aligned, and then shooting in a few nails. And there we go. On to finding another piece that matches. So it's essentially just a puzzle game, finding pieces that are not too bowed and just lining the edges up, flipping it back over, getting some glue in the correct spots. On the board itself. Squeezing them together. piece, and the side view. Center piece. Okay. Last piece on this side is the using a clamp to persuade the last one into its place. And there we go. Both sides bolt. Just gonna use this one clamp to dry for a bit. And there is some fantastic loose squeeze out. So all around I'd say this one is done for now. All it needs is some sanding, and we'll get to that in a later stage. Okay, so what you're seeing now is one that I already finished. It already has a few coats of polyurethane on there. And I tried to use water-based polyurethane just because it's easier to clean up. I have 120 grit on here, and I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit on the sides just because it feels rough to touch, and I don't quite like that. So here we go. Okay, now just using a tack off just to get rid of some of the dust that I created. And there we go. Pretty smooth finish. I'd say I'm probably going to put on one more coat of polyurethane on this, and we should be all good to get them out and make sure that they're up to spec for the lady that receives them. My workbench is pretty well suited for this task. I have a few places to place some pallets, so we'll just use them. So, and get it off of the surface for me. And we can just apply one more coat of polyurethane. I am using non-wax. It was one of the cheaper options that I could find, and it seems to work well after a few coats. I have about 6 or 7 coats on here already, so that does add up and makes for a really good seal at the end of the day. And there you go. It's pretty easy to build one of these. I used a stapler to get the flashing over the top. I measured out the flashing, it's about 24 inches. Scored it with a utility knife, it just bends and snaps. Then I made a really light score, being careful not to cut it all the way through, because then it won't be watertight on the middle. And I just painted it over. Some of the nails did not go through all that well, so I had to use a nail set and a hammer just to get these staples in all the way. But that's essentially it. Feel free to leave a comment. Please press the like and subscribe button. There will be a ton more videos coming out soon. And if you have any opinions on this, please comment below and leave a like. It's always appreciated. Thank you very much.